Hi, welcome back to my channel, and today's video I am going to be discussing about why Girls Aloud never broke America. I asked people in the Alouders subreddit why they think Girls Aloud never made it out of the UK, and I got some really interesting answers from the people who very kindly answered my question. So here in this video I'll be discussing those reasons and my overall thoughts on why Girls Aloud never broke America. So first of all, Girls Aloud are a 5-member British and Irish girl group who first found fame on the 2002 reality show Pop Stars Revivals, not Pop Star Academy. They ended up winning the show with their debut single Sound of the Underground, which peaked at number 1 on the UK charts for 22 weeks. Since winning the show, the girls have achieved 4 number 1s, 21 songs that have made it into the top 10s, and 22 songs that have made it into the top 40s, and all that jazz. And just last year, they just finished their reunion tour, singing all of their hits, like Love Machine, Sound of the Underground, and of course, The Promise. And I was there and they sounded amazing. So they also paid tribute to their 5th member Sarah, who passed away from breast cancer in 2021 at their reunion show, and re-released their single Stand By You with only Sarah's vocals, and donated all of the profit to children in need. So now you've heard a bit of their achievements they had in the UK, let's talk about the aim of this video. Why did this girl group never break America? The first reason why Girls Aloud never broke America was obvious reasons. Having a tiny budget. After winning Pop Stars Revivals, Louis Walsh, their supposed manager at the time, basically just ignored them all through the start of their career. So member Kimberly took over and became the person who took over with managing the group with hardly any experience and just assuming. And you have to remember, the girl was so young. This left Girls Aloud to fend for themselves. I believe it was Kimberly who actually helped the group to actually become signed with Polydor Records, so this left them with only little resources during the beginning of their career. Plus, it would have cost too much money to promote Girls Aloud in the US due to being from a reality TV show, because their label wasn't really prepared to invest too much money, because reality TV contestants, the exposure of fame can be quite unpredictable. You really have no idea if you're going to be here to stay or forgotten about. The second reason is another obvious reason, and that is that the US already had massive successful girl groups charting in their country already, such as Destiny's Child, the Pussycat Dolls, Danity Kane, and etc. So if Girls Aloud firstly came onto the scene, it would have been nothing new to the US audience, because America already saw the rise of Spice Girls, who broke the States a few years before prior, and America already moved on to a different format of girl groups, and that was having a lead singer as the centre of the group. Meanwhile, the UK still carried on with all members taking part in each line of their songs, and we still do that today. Woo! The third reason is America was mostly into R&B music, whilst Girls Aloud's sound were mostly influenced by pop, garage, and dance music. Plus, the label didn't start making their music available to North America until 2007, according to a Reddit user, probably due to the internet firstly becoming a thing back then, so it would have been easier for more individuals to find their music. It's crazy because I was talking to a man from Hinge a few weeks ago who's in his early 30s, And he told me that he first got Spotify in 2007. 2007, that's fucking crazy. Like, I didn't even realise the platform has been up and running since then. Like, oh my god, am I young? I'm 25, by the way. Like, I feel like I'm in the skip the toilet generation. And the last reason why Girls Aloud never broke America was because they were too British. I think this revolved around mostly with their branding, because with the Spice Girls, their branding was very specific and digestible. Meanwhile, Girls Aloud's wasn't really that clear. Plus, we all know Americans have trouble with understanding British humour because our humour is more self-deprecating. Meanwhile, we tend to take the piss out of ourselves and make fun of ourselves. Meanwhile, in America, their humour is very loud, and we see a lot of British humour in Girls Aloud.
It's really important that we break into more markets because it just means more money.
Like, especially with Cheryl.
There's a fine line between a showgirl look and looking slaggy.
And Americans just don't understand that. They probably think that we're being mean or sarcastic. They always like the skit humour, like on Saturday Night Live, and that's just not British humour at all. Like, us British people are weird, to be honest. Like, do you remember that one interview of Justin Bieber? I think it was an Alan Carr interview, something like that. And they're like being like typical British humour, and Justin Bieber sat there like, what does taking the mickey mean? It makes me cringe so much.
I like this, all this humor. I don't know if you're like making fun of me or like if I'm like, is this...
You're on a TV show. Your name is Justin Bieber.
I don't know. I just don't get the British humor.
Oh, well, we're not taking the mickey, are we?
We love you.
Taking the mickey. See, I don't understand.
And then we get to the accents. It's known that Americans do find it hard to understand British accents. Like, the amount of times I've had to translate what Louis Tomlinson has said to my American mutuals on Twitter because his Yorkshire accent was hard to understand is absolutely crazy.
It's pretty tragic, that, isn't it? You know what I mean? I'm lucky to have someone doing my hair, but then there's times where I go on a night out and I'm looking at it thinking, I'll be honest, I don't even know how to start, so I just put a cap on.
And Girls Aloud accents would have sent the classic American to a mental hospital. Like, imagine them trying to understand what a broad Scouser and a Geordie are saying in one video.
It's me on clothes and I'm doing a TV. So who looks like the dickhead? Not you, because the other two are dressed as well. And then she's going, Nadine didn't have any time. I said she had as much time as anybody else.
No, what is wrong with me?
Focused.
Honestly, look how much makeup I've got on. Hardly anything.
Nadine Coyle, I'm from Larkill, Derry. Date of birth 15th of the 6th, 85. Making me a Gemini. And
God, even I struggle to understand those accents. I can't even understand what I'm talking about when I'm editing my own videos with my Yorkshire accent. I mean, there's a reason why Cheryl got booted off as a judge on the American version of The X Factor.
That was where I was like, do I absolutely love this and think it's genius, or is this kind of weird? And I don't really know what my answer is.
Americans had absolute no clue what that woman was saying, or were questioning her place in the American market. But oh well, at least we got the icon Selena Gomez fangirling over our Shazza.
Who would you want to do a duet with?
Cheryl Cole.
Have you met her yet?
No, I would cry. I think I would cry. I'd shake. She'd probably never want to do a duet with me after she met me.
What's your favorite song of hers?
Parachute and Stand Up, but she has a new single called Promise This that I like as well. I'm a member of her fan club, by the way.
Overall, Girls Aloud's label, Polydor Records, absolutely did the right thing with focusing the group's main target audience in the UK, because this helps them to sustain a fan base in their home country before further developing them to break into other markets. Plus, Girls Aloud's personalities were very relatable to most working class young 20-something-year-olds living in the UK. So much which made them branch out to have their own reality TV specials here in this country, which was hilarious to watch. Plus, I've seen like loads of people in my generation and younger starting to love Girls Aloud, probably because we grew up with listening to them when we were kids, but a lot of people my age now are like becoming serious fangirls of them, not just millennials fangirling over them. And I think that's because of nostalgia, 2000s coming back, and seeing them as relatable individuals, because they all came from working class backgrounds, and we don't really see that much honest working class women in the industry, because the industry is just filled with nepo babies. That's not a bad thing, but it's so true. And Girls Aloud were a breath of fresh air in the early 2000s. And they are super, super, super inspirational to young girls. I think it's mostly appealing to British and Irish audiences to enjoy more of a down-to-earth type artist than a typical confident, cocky persona. American acts may portray this, because I've witnessed whenever a British person is watching an American celebrity who is quite self-assured about themselves and confident, British people automatically will find a way to dislike them, and I think it's due to being intimidated by them. Most like adults who like boomers hate like confident women. I don't know, I think it's just misogyny, to be honest. I think Girls Aloud did an amazing job with showing confidence in their performances, but still remaining as their own down-to-earth selves, which were the reason why people fell in love with them from the beginning and continue to fall in love with them, because I know a lot of people are just finding them, and that's little kids too. Okay, thank you so much for watching this video. Please like and subscribe for more girl group content, and comment below your thoughts on why you think Girls Aloud never broke America, because I love reading everyone's opinions on these things. And also, don't make this video flop. Thanks so much. Bye.